for focus. With me, I have...
Mars, pronouns he, they. I'll be playing Rokane. You should know him by now.
Session 17, yeah.
Mm-hmm. Unless this is where you're starting.
Please don't.
Which is weird. You should go back to episode 1. Do not start on episode 17 randomly.
Or if you're just going to start in the middle, pick an even number.
Yeah.
Not an odd one.
Or multiple of 5.
Which 17 still isn't.
No.
So, you're still wrong.
Do your math right, maybe.
What?
Anyway, I'm Cody, pronouns she, they. I'm playing our lovely single dad, Leonin, Egan. His pronouns are he, him.
I'm Artemis, pronouns they, them. I'm playing Zealous, the tiefling sorcerer, and his pronouns are he, him.
And I'm Emery, pronouns they, them. I play everyone else in the world except for Bob.
Except Bob.
Last time, Zealous, Egan, and Rokane had various strange dreams in the night. Rokane found the journal of his ancestor Lucky, detailing their life and adventures, as well as the name of Yensix, a name Echo had no record of. Egan sent to both Drake and Lixori, and they sent back. Everyone stepped on the stone. Both Zealous and Egan received the ability that Rokane had already received. Egan turned into a panther. Zealous gained the ability to sneak attack and cast Sword Burst. Rokane learned Bladewood and Compel Duel. Caxus then suggested, in a shocking turn of events, for everyone to go outside on the beach to decompress and debrief from the events of Lathe. Rokane and Egan tried out their new items, and then someone arrived on the island, shocked to see Caxus and the others on the beach. That's what happened last time.
That's what happened last time. And Egan was real sad after using his item.
This is true.
It's fine.
Housekeeping, up top, in between...
Oh, I don't have my stones. I don't know where they are.
They would be in the bucket.
They'd be in the bucket.
Nah, I'm not going to get them right now.
We can get them on break.
Yeah.
Housekeeping. Me and Cody taught some. Egan will be able to do wild shape 2 times a day, not 1 time a day. And the amount of time that can be spent in the wild shape is proficiency bonus amount of hours. Just housekeeping up top. That was decided. As always, this is a homebrew mechanic I'm working with, so I'm always sort of fiddling with it.
With the potential option of being able to increase the CR, he can shift into much in a way similar to Zealous being able to increase his sneak attack damage.
Yes.
Of spending stones of both colors to increase that.
No, it would only be the white stones. Just
Only
like
the
it's,
white stones?
Just like it's only the
both.
white stones.
Okay, I lied. Only the white stones.
But yes. Anyway, so we left off on this stranger none of you know.
We can make assumptions, but yeah, we don't know him.
Surprised Caxus was on the beach and asking who all of you are.
Zealous. We had to drag him out here. Pointing to Caxus. Because Theo had said, I didn't know Caxus went outside or something.
Egan Steelmalker.
Pleasure.
God damn. Rokane.
Right, well,
Let's not give his last name. He doesn't know this person.
talkative bunch. I'm Theo.
Pleasure to meet you. Caxus has mentioned you a time or two.
Good things, I hope.
As we're going into accent bleed again. Stop it.
Good things, I hope.
Helpful things at the very least.
I'll take helpful.
You're the person that brings Caxus supplies and stuff, right?
Yeah. That's me. Figured least I could do after he helped save my life.
Oh, I didn't know that part.
Of course he didn't mention that part.
Why didn't you mention that part, Caxus?
It didn't seem important. I mentioned he washed up here. Of course I helped him.
Washed up and saving his life. There's a little bit of a middle ground between those two things.
Agreed.
I would not have survived as long as I did without Caxus.
Did he come out to save you, or did you have to go to drag your body to his door?
No. So, from what I understand, he started noticing that I was around. And before I knew he was here, and I knew there was a hatch here, I'd wake up some days, and there'd just be food there. And water.
Mm-hmm.
So, he kept me alive. And then I realized what I was dealing with.
Okay, when did you reveal yourself, Caxus, instead of being the weird fairy that came at night?
It's more like he caught me. He stayed up specifically to see me leave out food.
The
Yeah,
elusive
that's how
food
you catch fairies in the stories.
I wasn't going to let him die.
No, again,
Yeah,
that's
no,
fair,
that's
but
nice.
you could have. It's fine. We're here now. That's all that matters.
Wait, so did you break the rules before by coming out to give him food and water?
I never left. The hatch. I was at the edge of the hatch and I...
Through it?
Yes.
Okay.
Wow.
That's how we did business, too. I'd be at the edge of the hatch. He'd be up talking to me and then he'd...
That's creepy.
It was a little bit to get used to, yes.
Well,
goblin.
we've come so far. He's the one who suggested we come out today.
Well, I don't believe that at
And
all.
then we still had to convince him to come outside once we got to the door.
Yes.
I feel very attacked right now.
Sorry. The ingenuity here is just really entertaining to me, honestly. And I mean that honestly.
Okay. Yeah, and then he gave me this nifty little thing to get me off the island.
This nifty little thing.
I don't know. He told me to squeeze it and I squeezed it.
One of his teleportation orbs.
How'd you manage to find this place to come back?
I got a good memory for coordinates. I told him I'd come back. He didn't believe me. I came back.
And good you did.
What happened the first time that when you ended up being washed up? Like storm?
Yeah, storm. It was before I was on my own. Unfortunately, my whole crew
Oh, I'm sorry.
didn't make it. But, like I said, Caxus saved my life. Figured the least I can do is come by, make sure he doesn't...
Starved to death as well.
Exactly.
But yeah, that was a question I actually was thinking, Caxus. How the hell what did you eat before Thiel showed up? Like,
Oh, there was a few, preserved things. A lot of rice.
where's the food been coming from in all the past years?
I don't know.
Okay. That's concerning.
I knew there was a pantry that had food when I arrived. Yeah, he won't tell me much either. I don't even know why he's on this island. I don't suppose you do.
To a degree, but we'd get in trouble if we told you, I imagine. And he kind of shoots Caxus a slightly amused but understanding look.
It's like, yeah, that's Caxus's decision.
That's for Caxus to share, not us.
Fair enough. I say I don't pry, but I ask Caxus nearly every time.
Mm-hmm.
Still don't know why I can't come inside ever. I told you, it's not that I wouldn't want you inside, it's that you physically can't. And I don't understand
Have we
that.
tested that theory? Can he
Yeah.
actually physically not, or do you just
Think
were
that's
you just
part
told
of the
that
invisible
he wasn't?
rules,
He can't.
Have we tried?
because
Would it hurt him to try?
Yes,
Okay.
how do you know?
because of some of the records.
Saying
Kind of looks at Thiel like I'm not going to tell when Thiel's around because he doesn't know the...
Fair enough.
out of character. It's like there's not something vague enough that says, well, my friend tried to come in and they exploded. You know, just something vague like that you can't even share.
All right, so some high-level alarm mixed with a who knows what. Got it.
Well, it's nice to meet you all.
You as well.
I have things, if you'd like to buy things. Caxus, you're actually out here. Instead of just telling me what you want, you can look through my supplies.
And I do need to have a longer conversation with you about supplies I'll need that I doubt you have on
just
hand.
about supplies. That's a shame.
He can kind of give us a little grin at that.
Yeah, Caxus. Rokane got onto that.
Zealous is amused.
It's like, that's dad colleague. Don't flirt with dad colleague.
This is just gross. Get room.
He's trying.
Goodbye.
Go ride your unicorn. Which was out when Theo showed up.
Yeah, I think he finally absorbs that. He's like, I have a very important question right now.
Yes.
Is that a fucking unicorn?
Yeah.
Looks over. Oh, yeah, it is.
All right.
It's just standing by Rokane.
It belongs to Rokane.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, I'd like to see what you have for sale. Oh, can you take letters?
Yes, I also need that.
Yeah, I can take letters. And
How long will you be here? Because I don't have the letter written.
usually I'm here for a few days, but with more people here, I can stay a week.
All right.
No, all right. Thank you.
Yes. I would appreciate a letter or two being taken to the mainland to get sent.
Of course.
Mine's not the mainland. It's Cross Point over in Bursane. Look at the
I
map.
don't know Cross Point, but I know Bursane, so.
It's one of those, if you can at least get it to a courier service, that they can send it
Yes.
off.
He'll name whatever the closest large town is. I haven't thought of what that is.
Yeah.
So, like, if you take it
I
to
travel
here,
all over, so.
if you take it to there, they'll know where Cross Point is.
And as long as you get mine to Sawboss, they'll get it to Greenbury.
Sawboss, Gita in general isn't my next stop, but I can at least get it to somebody that can get it to Gita that can.
Where were you planning on going next?
Oh, I'm heading off to Yakut after.
Wow. You travel far.
I travel everywhere there's water.
I like that.
That's what
Do
my
you
mom
want to
always
send
says.
a letter, Rokane?
Or has Rokane actually fucked off at this point?
No, he's still there. I just don't think. Like, yeah, he could send a letter to his boy right now, but, like, that's about it.
He's going to Yakut. You could send one to your sister.
That's true.
I'm good.
That's fair.
No, I'm not great at. I like seeing the world too much to slow down. No, my work is good for that.
Traveling merchant, or?
Yeah.
Yeah, that's very good for that.
And I'm also pretty good. If there's anything you need that I don't have, I'm the sort that always knows a guy.
All right. I don't know if I might need something that you don't have right now.
Definitely need things you don't have right now, but it's mostly in the building supplies. Trying to get a forge off the ground.
I might have some things to help with that, but not.
But not a lot. And down the road, I'll need actual supplies to use in the forge.
My shop's a bit
Eclectic.
eclectic. It's as my mom would say, I'm a magpie, so is my shop.
That's fair. Never know when you're going to find a...
So he gestures to his boat, and in the distance you see that it's actually named the Magpie.
Oh, that's cool.
That's cute.
About how often would you be back by here?
I try to make it at least every other month. It can be a bit hard because I'm trying to go other places, and but I never want to leave Caxus
For too long.
exactly. I keep telling him he can not come as often, and I keep telling you that it's not healthy to not have any social interaction.
Well,
he's right, Caxus.
he is, but you can at least be comforted in the fact he has company for the foreseeable future.
That I am glad of. Maybe you can convince him to actually leave the island once.
We're still working on getting him on the beach. Let's not get too crazy just yet.
Not unless one of us are dying, so.
What do you do that you might die?
Crazy things.
We're getting into adventuring. Because that's the easiest way to fucking put it.
Hijinks.
Those are unrelated to the adventuring. Those are just us.
I feel like all of our hijinks have been related, but okay.
But yeah, you're welcome to come on board, kind of pick through what I've got, especially with the building supplies. I'm not sure what you need. But if you want, we can head to my boat, assuming...
Do you man it yourself?
Hmm?
Do you man it yourself?
Yes.
Oh. Impressive.
It can be a bit hard, but a little bit of magic helps me along with it.
I imagine, yeah. Because that looks like a boat that would need at least 5 people.
Yes. It can be difficult, but like I said, with some magic... Turns out losing your crew makes you reluctant to have one again.
I'm sorry.
That's fair. And Egan kind of looks over at Caxus. I assume it would be safe enough for us to join him on the Magpie.
Yes, it should be as long as it's docked by the island, like not.
Was it where it currently is okay?
Yes.
Okay. Are you going to come? You should come.
You should come.
I
Don't make me drag you onto it, Caxus.
Out of character, did Theo come over on like a dinghy or something?
Yeah, so Theo's just a little bit out, not like super far out, but like did come in on like a little dinghy.
Okay. Well, yeah, you can get on the dinghy, Caxus, or I can drag you through the water.
We've established he can't swim. Let's not do that to him
Hence
just
me
yet.
dragging.
You can sit in the middle of the dinghy and we'll all be around you.
Are you going, Rokane?
I don't think the unicorn can go, unfortunately.
I've got more books to study, and
I think I'll stay with Rokane.
You can go.
You should come too, Rokane. What if there's something you want to get that we don't know?
You know what? It's fine. Thiel said he'll be here for at least a few days. We can coerce them both onto the ship later.
All right.
But Zealous and I will at least join you.
I don't need any coercion. I don't have any money. I mean, I do, but not much. I don't want to buy anything. I'm good.
Caxus has money.
I do have money if there's something you want, Rokane.
I can loan you some money if you need something.
Oh my god.
I have money for the first time in my life.
How much money does
For
Rokane
you, a
have?
substantial amount.
Exactly.
More than just a few silver and copper.
I have 15 gold. Okay, so I do have some money.
I don't even remember how much Egan has on hand.
I have 110.
Jesus Christ, why do you have so much money?
Because the 100 that Caxus gave us as our allowance for our trip to Lathe.
And then gambling.
And all of
Spend
that's
it all, Jesus.
all that's why I only have 95, because I kept giving money to people.
I'm confused as to why I only have 15.
'Cause
then.
you
Probably
gave
because you
Lamo-
didn't write it down.
And you gave Amaria quite a bit.
Only like not 100.
Not
Yeah,
100,
definitely not
yeah.
100.
I think it was like 5 to fix the door.
Yeah.
We're just going to say that he misplaced it, and he only has the 15, because I'm not...
Maybe he just left it in his room because he's like, well, we're back on the island. We don't need that now.
Forgets it. Just doesn't remember where he put it in his room.
Stash the gold and then forget it.
I'll remember if I put it in a special place.
But I do, obviously,
I mean, I guess I can take a look.
there'd
take
be
a look.
limits to how much.
Of course.
And Theo actually raises something, kind of goes back to the dinghy, takes out a bag that he left because he was shocked to see people on the beach.
No, that's fair.
And he kind of gestures to Caxus, your usual. And he's like, oh, I'll get the usual payment. And Caxus goes inside. Seriously, I'm very impressed that you have him out on the beach.
Well,
It took some convincing.
we're working on it, yes.
I don't know his deal. Well, I know a bit. I've managed to get him to talk sometimes. I know where he's from. I know the whole situation with his family. But
Well, that's a little more than we know. But
yeah.
sorry.
no, it's all right.
I assumed if you were close enough that he'd let you inside. That
He didn't really have a choice.
Don't worry about it.
We have to be here.
I'm worried about it.
No, I understand why you would, but
At this point, we're not being held against our will, if that makes you feel better.
At this point,
At this point.
Zealous, please stop talking. You're making it worse.
it's fine. It's fine. I love me an enigma, and he kind of. And he smiles at all of you, but gives Egan a very deliberate once over.
He can just smirks a little bit.
He doesn't mind. I feel like Zealous is just a little like, oh my god, somebody else to talk to.
Anyway, would you like to wait for Caxus, or do you want to go ahead and head to your ship?
Well, Rokane said he might be coming, so maybe Caxus will come now.
I bet you're going to have to go in there and get him.
Well, he'll have to come back to pay Theo, so presumably he's going to come back.
He's got, like, what, a couple of days now? But he's hiding in there.
I think that's underestimating our dear friend Caxus just a little bit.
After a bit, Caxus does come out, both with hands some money to Theo, and then goes, so I did bring you all some more money. I brought you all 100 more gold. If it's past that, it not to like put you on an allowance, but if it's past that, that's something like you'll have to talk to me about.
No, that's more than fair.
I can't even imagine what I'd be buying that's more than 200 gold.
You could spend this easily.
Depending on the magic item.
Or anything, really.
No, I don't think so, but okay. We'll see. Maybe he has some really cool stuff.
I have some cool stuff, and your Caxus's friend, I'll apply his discount to you.
We
Thank you.
appreciate it.
I bought books worth more than this.
Where are you buying books from that cost that much?
Home?
Ancient and unique texts can run quite high.
If you say so. I that sounds incredulous to me, but I'm sure that exists, yes. Books don't tend to survive in water, so I don't deal with them very often.
No, that's fair. Anyway, Caxus, are you joining us if Rokane's going to come with us?
Well, I suppose if you're all going.
Egan just gives a little grin at that. Claps him on the shoulder.
I'm not swimming. I'll ride in the boat.
He's getting a lot more used to your casual touches.
That's good. Mm-hmm. He doesn't like half flinch away from them anymore.
Yeah, he tenses, but he doesn't flinch.
Egan's just a casually affectionate man. So yeah, we all load up in the dinghy.
Can I swim?
Sure,
No.
we all load up in the dinghy except Zealous.
You're not allowed to swim anymore.
You won't be able to enforce
And
that
the time
rule.
it takes us to row across, he's swum over, is already like climbing up the fucking side of the ship.
Exactly. Yeah, he's probably like, meet you over there, dives into the water, and it's gone.
Yeah, as you're on the dinghy and you're all going, he's like, yeah, so I've got a few rarities. I'll admit I don't know everything. There's some objects that I found, but I don't quite know what they do. I'll admit that.
That's fair.
Zealous isn't here.
Yeah,
He's in the
Zealous
water.
isn't here.
Yeah,
Splash.
just telling you guys, just, you know, I can tell they're rare, so I price them as such, but it's...
You don't know exactly the capabilities.
Yes.
That's reasonable.
You could be undercutting yourself fairly high.
You
I could be undercutting myself, or I could be price gouging you. I guess it's a risk both of us have to take.
Mm-hmm. Either way, I feel like it averages out in the end.
Rokane didn't like that at all. Properly price your shit.
Well, he's properly pricing it to the best of his abilities, past paying
that
someone
figured
to
out.
identify
Yeah.
everything.
Get that shit figured out. That really bothered him.
Okay, entitled little rich boy, shut the fuck up.
Feel free to haggle then.
I don't want to be screwed over, and honestly, he shouldn't be screwed over either.
Yeah, and it all averages out in the end.
Or doesn't.
You all arrive on the Magpie.
Zealous is already poking around by the
Yeah.
time we climb up.
Not poking around. He's probably just walking across the deck.
Just like poking around on the deck, not like going into anything yet, but
poking around meaning like looking over the ship's features.
Yeah.
Just out of curiosity.
no, yeah, just like Egan eyes jewelry and weapons with that critical eye of this is what I work with. That's what Zealous is looking the ship over with. Of
Yeah.
I deal with ships. I'm intrigued.
Especially ones that's magical.
But
I feel like Zealous or Caxus gets another like shoulder clap once they're on the deck of look at how far you are.
he is terrified.
No, that's fair, especially since we've established he can't swim.
Yeah.
It's like just stay away from the edge, and Zealous will come get you if anything happens.
If it's the first time on a boat in a while, move slowly. Your legs will get used to the rocking motion.
Okay. I'll do that. Theo just kind of smiles at you. Like, he can tell this is someone else that... And this is a very nice ship. It is... Probably could be run by some more people.
Yeah, like... I pulled that out of my ass, but
Yeah.
like Zealous noted.
But
Yeah,
it needs to be big enough to be a vaguely decent cargo ship.
Yeah.
So it needs a decent crew.
Yeah.
Exactly. But you do see some magical effects. You see some things that you're like, I've seen shipwrights use this thing to like... So... Well, you might not know 100% like, this is the magical thing. You're like, I know this object. It's used often by shipwrights.
It helps steering. It helps course correction. It helps tighten ropes, like whatever, yeah.
Adjust sails, blah, blah, blah.
He does... It's unseen, so you wouldn't see it, but like, he does go... If you step through anything and there's I have a few unseen servants.
All right.
That's half of my crew, basically.
Impressive.
Handy.
He will lead you down into his shop, and I think that's where we'll take our break.
Hey guys, we wouldn't be able to do this podcast without the support of our listeners. If you'd like to support us even more, you should head over to Patreon and check us out there at patreon.com/rollforfocuspodcast. You'll get all kinds of cool stuff like our Hyperfocus episodes that release on our off weeks, where we talk about the episodes and our thoughts and predictions about the future of the show, insights into our character backstories, or us playing games in and out of character. Want to suggest an NPC or a magic item for Emery to give us in the world? You can do that too, and so much more. And we're enacting our first Patreon stretch goal. When we get to 50 Patreon subscribers, no matter the tier, Emery is going to run a one-shot where we play a group of adventurers that run into the ancestors before they became the world-saving heroes we know now. Even more fun, patrons will be able to pitch character concepts we'll choose from to build our one-shot characters. You can join for as little as $1 a month, and every dollar we make goes right back into producing our podcast with the hopes we can improve and make it everything our listeners deserve. Thanks!
Welcome back, everyone! So, you all descend into the boat. He leads you down into what is clearly his more, like, shop area, because he probably sleeps on this boat, so he doesn't lead you to, like, his fucking bedroom.
Yet what?
I was about to say probably. Is he trying to stay awake when he's at sea for days on end?
I'm just saying you all can assume that, and then yet in Egan's case. But yeah, he leads you in, and it's... For being in, like, the bottom of the ship and being a bunch of kind of knickknack, they are... You can tell there's an organizational system. You're just not 100% sure what that organizational system is.
No, that's fair.
But, you know, like, weapons and shields are together, potions are together, there's little knickknacks. Some of them look completely useless, but some of them look like they actually might be something. Tell me what sort of stuff you're looking at, and I'll tell you the sort of stuff he has, because I don't just want to list out his entire inventory.
Really? You don't want to spend 20 minutes doing that?
No.
It would more be for flavor than anything, but would he have a better set of Smith's tools that Egan could pick up?
Actually, let me look.
Because I know for flavor, he just has his shitty ones, but he would like not shitty ones.
He has smith tools.
Cool. He would like a set.
3 silver. Because they're pretty nice. Apparently.
I think Zealous gravitates towards the knickknacks first, and he's just going to be looking around at those.
Some of them are just genuine, like,
Knickknacks.
There's, like, little figurines. There's, like, little spinning tops. You see a few, like, plushes. You see, like, some rings and stuff are included. There is a little golden beetle that actually kind of moves when you... above board. Upon speaking the command word, you can activate the beetle. The beetle will fly or crawl to a spot within 300 feet of the activator. Once there, it will record everything that is said for 30 minutes before returning to the location it was activated at. It is usable once a day. A second command word will cause the beetle to play back what it has recorded. The beetle can only contain one recording at a time.
There's a little card that explains what it does?
Yes.
Okay.
Has a little placard in front of it.
Yeah, Zealous will read that doesn't even like, oh, that sounds useful.
Oh yeah, this is I found this in Daichi. It's it was a prototype, so
Probably the one recording part of it.
yeah.
Possibly once a day part of it too.
Yes, but it was certainly interesting, and I got it at a steal because it was a prototype.
Is the person who made it actually producing non-prototypes now?
Not yet.
Oh.
One of the only ones in the world right now.
I'm surprised he parted with it.
I can be very persuasive.
I think Egan will look over the weapons and armor. Partially just with that normal, like we talked about, professional eye, but also, you know, they need better weapons now, past just what Caxus had on hand. And
Yeah, there's definitely some of the, like, really good you can tell they're outside of your price range.
Oh, no,
and
yeah.
they're probably, frankly, you're not skilled enough to handle, like... I know there's technically no, like, you have to have a certain skill level, but you're like, oh, I would be wasted on that sort of sword.
At best, I need a basic +1 weapon. I don't need this super fancy thing, kind of thing.
Exactly.
Does he happen to have any studded leather armor?
He does.
Or just any +1 leather armor in general?
He has studded leather armor, and that is, with your discount, only 25 gold.
We will keep it in mind. We will not take it just yet, but we will keep it in mind.
Yeah, we're not buying the beetle yet. He's still looking around at stuff.
Yes. One second. There's a very long list, because he has a lot of shit.
Yeah, yeah.
You do find he has bags of holding. He has some alchemy jugs. He has an immovable rod. He has a cloak of many fashions. He has a cloak of billowing. He has some needles at a point, which you can symbolize magical tattoos. He has a brooch of shielding.
What's that do?
Help Zealous.
He's surprisingly not looking at the armor right now.
While wearing this brooch, you have resistance to force damage, and you have immunity to the damage from the magic missile spell.
Whoa! That's nice.
That is dope.
It is an attunement item.
Makes sense.
But there's some basic weapons, and there are some magical, but you do find a +1 dagger, and you find a +1 short sword, but I doubt you're gonna...
No.
I was about to say, Egan would take the +1 short sword.
Yeah. You find a +1 short sword.
How much are both of those?
The dagger is 30 gold. The short sword is with your discount. Because I have his normal prices on here too, so I'm... The short sword with your discount is 40 gold.
Is it only one +1 dagger?
Only one.
Okay.
Right now, again, I'm just keeping note. He's debating.
Does Rocane use shields?
Yes.
Yes, he does.
You see a few shields. Give me 1 second. You might be interested in them.
And then after perusing all of that, Egan would peruse the knickknacks as well.
Oh, there's also a talking doll.
No, thank you.
Don't like that.
Does it talk in a devilish voice?
No.
Okay.
It's basically 6 free slots of magic mouth is what a talking doll is. You can program 6 phrases under certain conditions to be said. So you find something, Rokane, called the Raider Shield. Once per day, you can activate the power of the shield to cause a fear effect, emanating from the center of the shield's outwards 30-feet cone that lasts for 1 minute. As this occurs, blue runes painted on the shield move to create images of whatever is caught in the effect that fears most. So that's a cool shield. Fear effect is always nice.
Mm-hmm.
Okay.
There is a shield of foresight. Quite fancy, probably quite expensive.
I bet.
But you're also talking to the rich boy.
Who has less money than most people.
Yeah, but he might not be thinking of that when he's looking at items.
Yeah.
Just put it on Daddy's credit card.
I'll write you a note to go to this family, and if you show it to them, they will pay you.
And then be like, where the fuck did you see my son?
Yeah. And they might hold you prisoner and interrogate
So,
you for the location of their son, but...
You also find a sentinel shield.
What does the
What does
shield
the
of
other
fire
shield
sight
do?
Oh. Sorry, I didn't tell you that. I'm
No.
sorry.
You're good. I'm sitting there ready to write down information, and then you're like, next shield. I'm like, I don't want to go to the next line yet.
Yeah, I have, on one page I have that, and then I have the page directory of descriptions piled up, so I'm going back and forth. So the Shield of Foresight. A mind flayer skilled at crafting magic items create the Shield of Foresight by harvesting an eye from an intelligent humanoid and magically implanting it in the outer surface of a non-magical shield. The shield becomes a magic item once the eye is implanted, whereupon the mind flayer can give the shield to a thrall. Obviously, all this isn't... As long as...
What's
How-
your replacement eye, Rokane?
Basically, I've changed this a bit from the actual lore of D&D.
My eye!
Basically, someone can see through your shield, and you can choose who it is. That is what I have decided the Shield of Foresight is. But as D&D terms, it is for a mind flayer to keep an eye on the thrall. But, like, that's just someone can tune in that you designate can see through the shield.
Pluck it out, put it in your eye socket. Oh, and then somebody can see through your eye.
What a fun first-person fighting game.
The character doesn't do what I want him to, though. All right, next one.
Sentinel Shield. While holding the shield, you have advantage on initiative rolls and perception checks.
Just start rolling flat on your perception checks.
Eventually he'll get there.
No,
Advantage on, you said...
initiative and perception.
That's a pretty good one. Is that it for shields?
That's all he has for shields.
Okay.
That's fair.
It's a nice little...
Nice little
Selection.
selection, yeah.
In the baubles, you also find perfume of bewitching.
Because I need that. But what does that do? I assume it's a charm effect, but...
This tiny vial contains magic perfume enough for one use. You can use an action to apply the perfume to yourself, and its effects last 1 hour. For the duration, you have advantage on all charisma checks directed at humanoids of challenge rating 1 or lower. Those subjected to the perfume's effects are not aware they have been influenced by magic.
Anything else in the knickknacks?
Yes, there is, like I said, there's a talking doll. There's a tankard of plenty, a thermal cube.
What's a thermal cube?
This 3-inch cube of solid brimstone generates enough dry heat to keep the temperature within 15 feet of it at 95 degrees Fahrenheit.
It's so hot. I get if you're in fucking tundra climate, that would be a good thing, but that's so hot.
Possibly without the humidity, though.
That's true.
There's a luck stone.
Ooh. I always forget I have those when I have them, though.
There's some dust of corrosion,
Oh, God.
dust of deliciousness,
Don't get the mix.
Oh God.
You'll know immediately, though, before you injure yourself.
Well, dust of corrosion, I think, just does to the metal and stuff.
Yeah.
So it's not. Hopefully, your tongue's not made of metal.
That silver filling, though. Oof.
there's finder's goggles.
Which
What do those do?
While wearing the lenses, you gain the following benefits. When you make a wisdom insight check, you can roll a d4 and add the number rolled to the check. As an action, you can use the goggles to examine an object to identify the aura of the last creature that touched it. Make an insight check against a DC 13 plus the number of days since the last contact occurred. On a success, you learn the creature's type and can immediately use the goggles to cast Locate Creature to find that creature. This property can't be used again until the next dawn.
That's kind of nifty.
If it was to better eyesight, might have been.
See, but me, being the insightful boy, are intrigued by the insight.
Yeah.
It doesn't really catch Zealous' attention.
There's also a Horn of Valhalla.
Doesn't that
Sounds
summon
pretty
things?
good. Yeah.
Yeah. Anyone who knows, like, you look at it, you're like, it's pricey.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. It's one of those, I've heard about some of these things from Chandra and Co., but woof.
Yeah.
There's a Ring of Protection.
Always nice.
Yes. A Ring of the Ram.
What is Ring of Protection? It's that just gives you like a plus to your AC, doesn't it?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. What does the Ring of the Ram do?
Ring has 3 charges, and to regain 1d3 expended charges daily at dawn. While wearing the ring, you can use an action to expend one of its 3 charges to make a ranged spell attack against one creature you can see within 60 feet of you. The ring produces a spectral ram's head and makes it attack rolls with a +7 bonus. On a hit, for each charge you expend, the target takes 2d10 force damage and is pushed 5 feet away from you. And alternatively, you can expend 1 to 3 of the ring's charges as an action to try and break an object you can see within 60 feet of you that isn't being worn or carried. The ring makes a strength check with a +5 bonus for each charge you spend.
Nice.
Mars, for the 2 shields you're interested in, with the discount, the Shield of the Raiders is 50, and the Shield of the Sentinel is 100.
Okay.
And then what kinds of potions and stuff does he have on hand?
Oh boy, oh boy, oh boy. The basic healing potions, greater healing, superior healing,
No, yeah.
has a potion of climbing.
I think only one of us doesn't have a climbing speed now, so.
Yeah.
But Zealous has a swim speed to make up for it.
Yeah.
Potion of water breathing.
I get it from my thief.
What's your...
Oh, I think it's just my walking speed, so 30.
Oh, nice. Better than mine.
Wait, your walking speed should be 35, I thought.
Right, yes. I need to double check. Either way, I think it's
Equal
basic.
to your
Yeah,
walking
I
speed.
I don't have a super duper climbing speed.
I mean, mine's 20, so...
Potion of mind reading.
Mm-hmm.
Potion of gaseous form.
Oh. Rokane does want to look at some of the stuff that he doesn't know what they do.
It's fair.
Just to see if I can...
And then an
identify any.
elixir of luck.
Hmm.
Is that just equivalently a luck stone, but for an hour?
Yes.
How much was the luck stone?
The luck stone is 20 gold.
How much is the Ring of Protection?
The ring of protection, the cloak of protection is 75 gold. The ring of protection is 95 gold. With your discounts.
Mm-hmm.
I figured, yeah.
Yeah, out of those, I think Egan's leaning most towards the short sword and the luck stone. He's debating the studded leather still.
If you're not going to get the dagger, Zealous might get the dagger.
No, yeah. And even if Egan was looking at both of them, if Zealous expressed wanting it, he would be willing to trade-off. It's one of those, once he gets his forge going, he can make those himself down the road, but they need it now kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think Zealous would be like, I'm not good with, I don't have any training with swords, but dagger or knives, like, I'm okay with.
And I need to work on my swordsmanship, so...
How much was the studded leather?
Rokane might be able to help you with that.
Which I do plan on asking him about. The studded leather was 25 gold.
Thank you. That's just
Which-
11 plus dex?
No, 12 plus dex.
12, okay.
Because base leather is 11 plus dex.
That's right, yeah.
There's also cast-off armor, which you can just, instead of the usual heavy armor of having to take forever, is just an armor you can do in an action.
How much is that?
Not that we really go into donning and doffing armor.
No, but like
you
if
never
you're
know.
attacked in your sleep, I'm gonna say you didn't go to sleep in full-on armor.
Yeah.
Because if you did, you get exhaustion.
Yeah. It depends on... He has 2 different types of cast-off armor.
Rokane typically wears light armor.
Yeah.
Typically, yes. But can wear heavy.
But can wear.
You
Just
can wear any type of armor.
Yeah, you can wear anything. You just prefer light. Egan can only wear light.
Yeah.
And I can't wear any.
And Zealous can't wear any.
The light cast-off armor is 50 gold.
And is that just the normal AC?
Yeah.
Okay.
Nothing changes, it's just...
it's quicker to take on and off.
Yeah.
I have no want for that then.
It's rip away armor. For all of your adventurer stripper needs.
Yes, yep. Fighting them's not going to work. It's time to blind them with my body. Rip!
The bard that I was talking about last night would definitely own a pair of these.
Oh, there's also another cloak. It says cape, but it's a cloak. It's called Cape of the Highwayman. You have a +2 bonus to stealth and intimidation checks while wearing and attuned to this cloak.
Hey.
How much is that?
That is 35 gold.
Oh, that's not bad.
That's not bad.
For a +2, you said, to stealth and intimidation? Although Ian really intimidates often, but he does stealth. Or he will be stealthing. Still a fucking fight to get him to go, yeah, I guess I'll be proficient in stealth.
There's also a cool thing called the Candle of Solitude.
That sounds depressing.
Yeah.
But what does it do?
Gives you depression.
Most of us already have that.
The magic of the candle is activated when lit. The candle can burn for 3 hours. You can extinguish the candle early to use it again, and the time that it has burned is deducted from the 3-hour total. The candle sheds a dim light for a 30-foot radius. While burning, no noise can pass from inside its light to outside of the light. So it's basically a nice little bubble of...
A bubble of silence.
Yeah, except you can hear when you're inside of it, and no one can hear you from outside.
Mm-hmm.
It's good for secretness.
How much is the beetle? I'm sure that's going to be stupidly expensive, but...
Especially if it's one of the only ones in the
Yeah.
world.
Yeah, it says, literally on the price, it just says willing to haggle.
He's not going to go for that.
1 gold.
I think Theo would pack up and leave and never come back if I offered that.
I'd just be like, oh, no.
Get off my ship.
Because he knows it's one, but it's also a prototype, so like it
So,
could
like-
just as easily blow up in your face.
Yeah, it might not work right. So, like, it's expensive for what it is, but not as expensive as it could be
Yeah.
because it is just a prototype.
But yeah,
Mostly it's like a name your price and we'll go from there, because he knows that he has something that he's not about to charge 1,000 gold for something that is the only in its world, because that makes it rare, but also that makes it... It's unproven. It's not like a bag of holding that everybody knows what it does.
Speaking of, how much are the bags of holding?
Yeah, I was just about to ask.
Not to interrupt you, but that's one thing we didn't ask about.
Only 30 gold with your discount.
Not That's not bad.
No, not at
Not
all.
at all.
They're not the most uncommon thing in the world, so he already doesn't, he gets,
For his level of clientele, that is just basically, here's a $20 item that everyone's going to be buying kind of thing.
yeah,
And makes up for it with all his other expensive stuff.
exactly. So he already doesn't charge, like, a huge amount for bags of holding.
Where are the stuff that he doesn't know what they do?
Yes, he brings you to a corner that has all sorts of stuff. It's not mixed in with, like, it has some swords, it has some potions, it has a thing of armor, it has a ring.
Zealous would go over there too with y'all.
Yeah, Egan's following over as well.
And he's like, yeah, I have no idea what half of this does. Some of them I have an inkling.
Is there anything I could roll to see if
Yeah.
Egan knows just from Chandra and Co?
I was gonna see if I could figure anything
You get
out.
to roll with advantage. Roll, I guess, history in that case. You can roll history or arcana, but with specifically what you know it from.
I think I have a plus nothing to history. Yep, so that's a 10.
You're pretty sure there's a wizard spell book in there, but, like, you get why that's in there because it's clearly a spell book, but, like, spell books could have all sort of, like, caveats and...
No, yeah.
Yeah.
At most, Egan's looking over everything and be like, you could charge a little more for this sword just on how it's built. Past that.
That was Rokane's thoughts. Of
You
like,
can charge
hey,
a little less for this armor because that's actually a detriment in the design right there.
Unless it's got some kind of magic that makes up
Yeah.
for it.
I got a 22.
Oh,
God
damn. You...
I rolled really good.
Good for you.
Clearly.
Plus a +5, so. Yeah, 22.
I think this one thing you see at first, and you think it's just like a rod of some sort, but then you look closer and you realize that there's magic to it, and you're like, oh, this is a spear that with an activation, blades will come out, and it's specifically, I'll tell you that, like, you wouldn't know all the details, but above board, it's a lightning spear.
Ooh.
Can I roll history as well? Just to...
And he is massively undercharging for it because he thinks it's just a rod.
How much is he charging for it?
Okay, you would guess this thing would probably be worth, like, in the thousands, and because it's like an elemental spear that's fucking dope. He's only charging 300 gold for it.
Oh, fuck.
Still not enough, despite you being like, he doesn't want to screw Thiel over, but if I could screw him over for something really cool.
The whole he would tell... He's going to tell him what it is, but Rokane really wants it.
It's like, hey, can we knock that down a lot because I could tell you what it was? Can I buy it for that price? Caxus, give me money. Can I buy it for what it is?
So for one, it has a +2 bonus to hit and damage rolls. While attuned to it, you have resistance to lightning damage.
Pretty nice.
When not activated, this spear appears as a 2-foot long black rod, which is why. As a free action, you can activate the spear, causing lightning blades to 2-foot long blade, causing lightning blades 2-foot long to materialize at each end of the rod. The damage done by the spear is lightning damage. On a successful hit, you deal an additional d6 lightning damage. If the spear is within 60 feet of you, as a free action, you raise your hand and the spear materializes back in your open hand.
Cool.
I want it so much.
So it does typical spear damage, but the damage is lightning damage, and then you get to add on an additional d6.
Yeah, he gets to fucking
Can
hurl
I
it.
roll history just for...
Yeah.
Oh my god, Zealous. It's a 21!
Nice. You just know about that one thing real good.
Apparently! I don't know what I knew, but I know something. I mean, it's worth asking Thea, like, I know what this is, but can I buy it for this price if I tell you? Like,
Yeah.
Or can we haggle it down from what it's worth?
I will help
versus-
you identify all of these things and properly price them out for their proper prices.
Wouldn't it be funny if he had an item that cast identify in all of this and not be aware?
Like, yeah, that one cast identify.
That was one of the spells I was
should hold on to
considering giving Zealous, and I was like, nah.
No, it
It
makes
doesn't
sense.
feel very zealous, yeah.
No.
Yeah, he's like, oh, it looks cool. Oh, this looks cool. Oh, this looks cool.
He's got a concept of war.
No, yeah, like I know he can appraise things, but he wouldn't be taking the, oh, let me take 10 minutes to figure out what this is while I'm underwater. Like,
No.
Is a spear two-handed or one-handed?
It can be both.
it can
It
be
can be
either.
both,
Yeah, I think
okay.
it's versatile.
That's one of the handy things about
I
spears.
just don't want to lose my shield.
No, you can do it one-handed, but you
Okay.
can throw it in this case. Be far
And
more
then just
useful.
Thor it back to your hand if
Yeah.
in a certain range.
Materialize it.
Which, yeah, I was looking. Like, Zealous doesn't have proficiency with spears. Oh,
Because you want it?
I think it'd be cool. Yes,
You're a sorcerer. You don't get proficiency with most things.
I know. I have a couple weapons I'm proficient in, but spears is not one of them.
You realize that he has something that is like one of a kind in a different way from of like, oh my god, this is an artifact.
Oh, fuck.
Like, you can't look at it and be like, I know exactly what this does, but you're like, that's a fucking artifact. That is, he's already charging a lot for it because he could tell it was worth a lot. He's like, you could be charging 20,000, 40,000 gold for this thing. It is.
Like, expend the cost of having a wizard identify this because it's worth that.
Yeah, like, you're not 100% sure what it's worth, but you spot it and you're like, that.
Yeah.
Get that identified.
Okay. What is it?
It is.
What does it at least look like?
It is a rapier.
Huh.
And it looks very sleek and black and nimble and
So that even Egan's like, oh, even I think you're undercharging for that.
Yeah. No. Zealous, looking at the items, pauses when he sees that. Are they allowed to pick stuff up?
oh yeah, you're allowed to touch.
Then he's gonna pick it up and kind of look at it closely, and his eyes are just gonna kind of widen, like, you haven't had this identified?
No, I have, I want to get everything identified eventually, but that can be quite pricey, and I never know which ones to put at the head of the line.
Holds it up. Do this one. This is something special.
I thought it was probably pretty special, but you're saying it's...
Like, the high... Are the terms artifact used in...
Like, you could just say, like, this is probably an artifact of some kind.
Yeah.
Like, it might not be like, artifact rating.
Yeah, that's
You
what
know.
I was wondering.
But,
is
like,
that the rating they use?
Artifacts are a thing.
Yeah.
You're like, this is probably an artifact of some kind.
Like an ancient, very powerful weapon.
This is like artifact quality. This is way
Oh,
up there.
really?
I am positive. Whatever you spend on identifying this, you're going to get back like fivefold, if not more.
Well, for that, you can pick one item and, in addition to your discount, count it half off.
Oh, well, thank you. Very well made, though, too, isn't it?
Oh, absolutely. It's stunning.
And I just, for the craftsmanship alone, that's why I have it in the 2,000 gold range.
Where
but
did you get it?
like I said, I'm not an adventurer, but sometimes I just go skulking about for things. And I found it on a mountain range in Puzzet.
Well, whoever lost it lost something good. He will carefully hang it back up.
Yeah. He full on takes it and kind of goes into, there's like a little
Office.
and
Yeah.
he full on puts it in there. That's not...
That's not for sale anymore until
Yeah.
he knows what the fuck it is. Yeah.
When you come back, if you've got that identified, please tell me, because I'm very
Oh,
curious.
absolutely.
I won't be able to buy it, but I'm very curious.
It's still interesting to know what it does.
Yeah.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
Do you have like a logbook of all your information on what you have here and everything?
An inventory list?
Yeah.
Yes.
Logbook,
Any
okay.
good merchant would.
Okay.
Are you wanting to buy his inventory list?
No, I was just thinking because he started like twiddling with his thumbs because he's not used to having to ask for things to be lowered. I was just trying to find a way of maybe helping you maybe figure out some of these things or maybe reorganize or something over the week just so we could, because
You want to scratch his back so he'll scratch yours.
I points towards I really want that thing.
The rod?
Why do you want the rod?
Because it's really cool.
To bonk people, maybe.
Maybe.
I'm guessing it's not just a...
You were severely undercutting yourself, but I can't afford that, and I really want it for cheaper.
Does he say it like that?
Whispering, yes, absolutely. He's just like,
What is it then?
It's a spear.
But
I think somebody forgot to sharpen one end
yeah,
of it.
there's
No, there's a specific word that you'll say that activates it, and then, yeah.
Oh.
Oh, it's... Yeah, I think the way you were able to identify this spear is you saw, like, around the thing, like...
He'll point to, like, where, like, he's able to...
There was probably some like rune or something.
Engravings,
that,
yeah.
Thank you for that. But you really want one, huh?
Yeah. He looks really awkward.
Make
Again,
a persuasion check.
Yeah, since you're being weird about it, you don't just auto get the half off option like Zealous.
Well, and he helped him make a fine.
No, yeah.
And that's the whole thing. Rokane's willing to come back through the rest of the week and identify and
And work with.
honestly
and...
reorganize and everything unless he has a proper organization.
I'm sure he does. It's just
Yeah.
his
It's
organization.
just his method.
I got a 10.
So he goes... He's like, all right, well... He kind of considers and he's like, I have 2 offers for you.
Okay.
First offer, if you're willing to give me whatever item that you got a unicorn from, I'll give you this spear.
No.
Fair enough. Second offer is I'm okay with you working off the pay. So how much do you have?
I got 115 and 100 somewhere that I can't find.
How do you lose 100 gold?
I put it up and forgot where it is.
Zealous is just boggled at that.
Yeah, it's one of those eager kind of stuff. Like, Caxus, how much are you willing to put forth for whatever this is?
How much do you want it?
It'll be very helpful.
How much do you want it?
If he can find the 100 gold later, he can possibly pay you back, too.
A lot.
How do you lose that?
I'll give you another 100. And so with the total being 215, he goes, all right. If you promise to do some work off the rest, then by the time I leave, I'll let you have it.
I don't think he understands how much Rokane, like, whatever he puts in his idea of, like, he needs to work, he only needs 4 hours of rest. He'll work the entire time.
Okay, but Phil needs 8 hours of sleep.
That's
Yeah.
okay. Well, he's sleeping. I can continue working.
He's like,
He may not trust me.
Yeah.
no. I got my own system, but if you want to help with looking over some things, helping me find fairer prices that are both fair to my customers, but also benefit me,
That'll be a little hard for Rokane because he'd be like,
and maybe look
"This is
through
the
my books.
Proper price, yeah.
Yeah, maybe look through my books.
Mm-hmm.
If you do enough work by the end of it, I'll let you. I'll let you have it, even though apparently I'm massively undercharging it, and you'll be getting it for a steal.
Yeah.
But every once in a while, that's how you get a reliable customer. No?
And you might find some other really cool things. You might find some other
That's
really
true,
cool
you
things.
might.
Yeah.
So, what does everyone purchase?
Zealous will ask, are you going to take the dagger?
I think I'm going to go for the short sword. I was considering both of them, but I think I'm leaning more towards the short sword if you want the dagger.
I mean, I'm trying to use my magic more, but I think a one would help.
A good reliable thing for when you run low on your magic's never a
Yeah.
bad thing, yes.
Mm-hmm. Did run low last time. That was weird.
You're still exercising your magic muscle, so to speak. You're still getting used to using all of it, so
Oh, yeah.
it makes sense.
It has helped, Caxus, the necklace. Thank you.
Oh, I'm glad.
don't know if I told you that, but yes, thank you.
We hadn't gotten to the recap yet. Thiel showed up before we had a chance to talk.
So I think Dagger, he's not... It does not occur to him to buy the ring or the cloak, but if Rokane wants to suggest it, he could convince Zealous.
Especially now that you have no monies because you're giving it
Yeah.
all over for the ride.
There was a couple things that he really wanted to get, and two of those things were for Zealous.
I'm mad at you, but I don't want you to die, so here.
That's the whole reason why he's mad at him. You should at least buy the ring or the cloak. One of them, at least.
Why?
Protection.
So you don't get hit as frequently, perhaps?
They haven't really been hitting me, but that'd probably be good, yeah. He'll take a look at them. Be like, I think it's +2 from the ring, I think that's what they do.
Yeah, +2 from the ring, +1 from the cloak.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
Which is why the ring's a little more expensive.
Yeah, and besides, it's a little bit more...
A little more sleek
Yeah.
for what Zealous does, yeah.
Well, and not as obvious, too. Like, you can wear a ring anywhere. You can't necessarily wear a cloak anywhere. I think the dagger and the ring is what I'm interested in, I guess, since Rokane thinks I need to have this. And he's not wrong.
So you got the
It
ring.
wouldn't hurt. Yeah. The dagger was...
The dagger was 30 and the ring was 95.
85.
So with your half off, that would be 30. And because I assume he would be nice and
Yes.
half the more expensive thing
Yes.
is roughly 47.
Yeah, you're getting a fucking steal.
Yeah. I was about to say, like, Zealous would try to go for the half on the ring, and if he needs to, would roll persuasion for it.
Go ahead.
Oh.
Wait, no. Sorry. I thought you were saying, yeah, no. He'll do that. He's a good businessman. He knows how to keep a client.
Mm-hmm. And again, he's theoretically going to make thousands and thousands and thousands of gold off the artifact. He's not missing out losing roughly 50 gold on a ring.
Yeah.
Which, honestly, I'm surprised I didn't have to roll persuasion to convince him that I knew what I was fucking talking about.
If he finds out you were lying to him, then when he comes back, he'll be grumpy.
Yeah.
You know?
Hopefully you weren't lying to me.
No.
If he wants Rokane to show him what the rod spear thing can do, Rokane is willing to, even if that means that he won't be able to buy it.
Yeah, he would like to see it.
Yeah. If Rokane can figure out how to, because I'm assuming it's an attunement thing.
Yeah.
So Rokane would have to attune to it to be able to access
The ring
it.
is an attunement, though, I don't think.
I think it is.
I think it is.
Okay. No. How many items can we person to attune to?
3.
3, okay.
So if he's willing to let Rokane attune to it one night, the 4 hours or whatever.
Yeah, though he does go, I warn you, that might make the price go up.
I can't lie to you.
I'll let you tune to it, show me what it does. I'll still give you a discount for helping me find out, but it might be more expensive. It might be something you have to...
The
Buy
next
later.
time you show up, he still has to help you work.
I'll put it... If anything, if it's a thing where I'm like, oh, no, not yet, I'll let you, make a payment plan, keep it off the shelves for other people, and make sure it goes to you when you pay it off. How does that sound?
A down payment.
That's
Yeah.
acceptable.
So it
As
will
much as Rokane
eventually
doesn't
be
want
yours.
to. He wants it now, but
He's
I
like,
want
I
it
feel like that's the fairest deal.
yeah.
I'm curious to see what it does.
Okay, depending on how much the price is and how much the down payment is and all that, with how much it goes up and whatnot, then I might be able to buy other things, but we'll see.
Yeah. And he'll be willing to work with you on the down payment. Like if it ends up, because again, he's still gonna discount you.
Yeah.
Oh.
So if it's only I can only give you 100 down, but because I also want to buy this and this kind of thing.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Ring of Protection is actually +1 to AC only,
Oh.
and +1 to saving throws.
Oh.
So.
Well, yeah. I think the cloak doesn't give you the saving throw
Yeah,
thing.
no,
and
it's
that's
just
why.
the +1 to AC.
Rokane got a job.
Rokane did kind of get a job.
Oh my god.
I could still use a +1 to at least not be a -1 on my wisdom saving throw anymore.
Yeah, it'll be a flat 0.
What did you buy?
I'm getting the Ring of Protection and the +1 dagger, and I was just looking up the Ring of Protection to see if it was attunement. It's actually not +2 to AC, it's just +1, but there's a +1 to saving throws as well.
Okay.
Which is also nice.
Yeah.
Egan is getting the +1 short sword, the luck stone, a bag of holding, and he's debating if he wants either the studded leather or the cape of highwayman. But he's definitely getting those 3 things for sure.
Is there any, like, bows, crossbows?
Oh, yeah. Some
can't-
of them are just basic.
Yeah. He's got a basic light crossbow, but, like, if there's anything a little better.
Let me...
So...
Just in case if you can't use magic somewhere.
So if we're dividing 95 in half, that's 47.5. Do we round that up or down?
I mean, that would just be 47 gold and 5 silver.
Oh, yeah.
Okay. That's true. Yep. So Zealous will owe 77 gold and 5 silver.
It's not bad.
No. Considering he's got 210.
Yeah.
I officially have more than you right now.
Yeah.
Because I got more money.
But you don't know where some of it is.
Yeah.
Zealous knows where his is.
I am just going to play as that 100 gold is lost somewhere. Like,
You
actually.
don't have to.
Well, I didn't write it down, so I don't want to...
You can roll, like, maybe some, like, investigation if you want to try, like, searching for it.
Fuck it. It's like behind a whole bunch of books that are just stacked up in my room somewhere. I have to clean my room before I can find it.
Zealous would be inclined to haggle, but with Theo already giving him half off and
Yeah.
the promise of this can, if he comes back and some other things, I'm not. I'll save the haggling maybe for another time. So.
Rocaine is willing to work as hard as he can for as long as he needs to. Like, this is weird.
So Rocaine's not going to get any roleplay scenes because he's going to be on the boat the entire time.
He doesn't have to work 24/7.
He's pretty much going to as much as Theo allows him.
Well, it might be like, okay, we've done a lot. We should probably take a break. A lot of it's probably going to have to be feel-based of, hey, let's do something else. And then obviously it's like, hey, I can't work this night if you guys need my help with something. Or, hey, I need to study on this or something. Like, he knows how to manage his life in terms of work. And I feel like he's pretty efficient when it comes to organization and...
+1 weapons don't require attunement, correct?
No.
I don't think so.
I didn't think so. I just want to double check. Before I was like, oh, let's buy all these things, but you only have 3 attunement slots.
Yeah. No, they do not.
So he has a few, like, just basic, like, +1, +2, +3.
Uh-huh.
But the only magic one he has is something called a dragon bow.
Is it like a bow or a crossbow?
It is a bow.
Can't use it.
Got it.
So. However, Rocaine might be interested in that, judging by Mars's expression.
It depends on if it's dragon enhanced or dragon killing.
That too, but it's also a bow, which he
No,
does
yeah.
use. Can you give me information on that?
Yes, so this particular one, so it has a +1 to hit and damage. It does a extra D8 of, let me double check, of cold damage. And that is what that does.
How much is it?
That is not fucking...
Because it is a dragon thing, specifically in this world, because, like, technically this is only a rare item, but because in
this world, dragons themselves are rare because they keep to themselves.
it is in the,
So it's rare.
yeah. So even with your discount, it is 600 gold.
Okay. He's not going to buy that now, but he will express
Interest.
interest in that as well.
Okay. For now, Egan's only getting those 3. Since Thiel will be here for a few days, he'll keep the others in mind.
And he
Hold
does
off for
show
now.
you some, like, the building supplies he
No,
has.
yeah.
He has, like, basic sheet metal. That's not going to cost you a whole bunch. That's going to be, like, silver and copper and...
Is the bow also attunement?
Yes.
Okay.
So yeah, it'll be any kind of wood he has, any kind of sheet metal he has. Yeah, he'll kind of make a list and
Yeah. I'm
Be
just gonna roll for, like, how much it ends up, like, supply-wise, how much gold overall.
That's fine.
Like how much he has, how much he can. Okay. So that's a 14, meaning he has a good amount, and I'm just gonna say 12 gold.
Okay. Yeah. You can all pass that over. Be like, this will be a good start, but I'm still going to...
Oh yeah, you can come by later, give me a specialized...
Yeah. I'll need some time to take my own inventory, and then I can come back and
Of course.
talk more shop about that.
Yeah, you're more than welcome.
Are there kids' toys, not magical, just kids' toys here?
Yeah, like I said, there are some like plushies.
I don't remember you saying that earlier.
No.
I did during the thing. I said there were some plushes on the.
Oh.
But yes, there
Are
are
there
like
only plushes?
not only there's like marbles, maybe like a vase car, like a wooden car, you know.
Didn't we establish your nephew's a marble kid?
Yes. So, any really cool marbles?
I just have marbles. Let's see if there's one super cool. That's a nat 20. Hell yeah, there's a super cool marble.
It doesn't have to be magical, just,
No,
cool.
I'm just... it's super
dope.
cool. It's a dope-ass marble.
Just a marble or a marble set?
It's a marble set, but in the set, you see that there's one that's just like... Because, you know,
Like,
marbles...
they're all pretty, but there's one that's just, like, really cool.
Yeah,
How much is the marbles?
a silver.
Okay.
Because it's like a big bag.
Okay, and I think we'll get a plush too. Cassie, what kind of plush would you like?
A duckling.
There's a little owl bear plush.
That's cute, but no, I don't think that's
Chicken.
it. Honestly, she kind of likes the duckling. I think. How much is the duckling plush?
The duckling plush... 1 second. I'm going to see how big it is.
Oh
Because it might be a big... Like, no. It's perfect hugging size. It's another silver.
Okay.
Going, I will be sending these with the letter I write for you later.
Yeah. I think he's getting the dagger and the ring, and then oh wait, and then goes and grabs marbles and the plush. Like, these will be going with my letter.
Understood.
In that vein, is there anything really cool Zara would like? Or little Egan?
Or both.
Or both. Preferably both, but...
There's this dope-ass magnifying glass, and your kid does love investigating.
She does love investigating.
And for Egan, there's a nice journal and quill.
How much for those?
There's also a puzzle.
Ooh. What's the puzzle of?
The puzzle seems to be of a painting of what appears to be like the Feywild.
Ooh. Yeah, he's going with the puzzle. The puzzle and the magnifying glass.
The magnifying glass is 6 copper. Because it is really nice, but it's just a magnifying glass.
It's just a fucking magnifying
and
glass.
you have
yeah.
a discount.
Yeah, it's not even a magic magnifying glass.
Yeah.
Wait a minute. Is the silver with my discount?
Yeah.
Okay.
Like I said, it's a big bag of marbles. Not, okay, I'm gesturing like you, but it's like a big bag of marbles.
Yeah.
So it's usually probably like 2 silver, and he's just like, a silver.
It's a bag of holding full of marbles.
Just turn it upside down to dump out the marbles, and then they just come pouring.
But it's easily like,
What is it? 50 pounds that bags of holdings can do?
500 pounds.
500 pounds of marbles.
I didn't say it was full.
no, but it's a good in the hundreds number of marbles. It's just you saw that one, like, you know that, you know, he's going to be like, that's going to be
I'm going to
his
have to
prize
kind of
marble.
pluck that one out and extra wrap it on top of the other, so he'll know.
And then how much? You said 6 copper for the magnifying glass.
And then a silver for the
for the
puzzle. Because
That's fair.
it's very pretty and it's quite large.
No, that's fair. It's like, all right, I will have to also get these 2 things. My guide son will love the puzzle, and my daughter will love the magnifying glass.
That's a very nice puzzle.
It is, and he adores puzzles.
Oh.
Everyone else gets far too bored with them far too quickly, but he adores them.
Yeah, screw your parents, Ellis. You're not buying anything for them.
Kids are more important.
Yeah. the letter is for the adults. The toys are for the kids.
Oh, that's fair.
Because they're not going to fucking care really that much about a letter. I mean, they'll care that, oh, yay, Uncle Zealous is alive.
No, yeah. That's like, oh, he sent me a cool thing. Yay.
Mervyn will get something eventually. I'm just already in debt.
Yeah, and you don't have quite the same personable relationship with your boy that we have with our children.
Yeah.
Y'all are in a
Children.
weird area. But yeah.
I imagine Mervyn's probably even like, I'm not allowed to have a crush on him.
Especially because you've said that Vokane had distanced himself from him in the last handful of years.
Yeah, suddenly I have appeared to save you while you're being attacked by creatures is out of nowhere.
Yeah. Yeah.
But yeah.
What if you find a cool little dragon statue just to send?
But yeah, so Egan will purchase them, but ask Thiel to basically hold on to the puzzle and the magnifying glass since a letter will be joining those for him anyway.
Same with the plush and the marble, so he is going to pluck out that really cool marble.
Yeah.
to make it more obvious. There's 10 silvers and a gold?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah.
Because I have to give Thiel 77 gold and 7 silver. So,
Yes. There's 10 copper and a silver, 10 silver and a gold, and 10 gold and a platinum.
I'm doing money writing.
And then I think like 20 electrum and a gold, but we don't fuck with electrum because it's weird.
Yeah.
Electrons are weird.
And it's going to be one of those, we're going to have to make a few trips between the ship and the beach just for all of Egan's fucking supplies for the forge.
Okay, so I hand over 77 gold and 7 silver, so I will have 132 gold left and 3 silver pieces.
I'm down to 4 copper, 9 silver, and 93 gold at the moment.
So yeah, he comes to you and he's like, so with you testing this out for me and then doing some work, I think, instead, I know you want it now, but I think the better choice is for me to think of a fair price for it and then we do a payment plan. I'll keep it off the shelves. No one else will have access to it. No one else will be able to get it. And then we'll work out a payment plan that works for you.
Okay.
Yeah?
Yeah.
That way, if you want, you can still get something else today.
He still looks a little disappointed, but also, like, I understand, like, that is a proper way to do things.
Yeah. He's like, I think I got a bit
Carried away.
in my generosity. But that sounds fair to you?
Yes.
We can even, just so you can get some other stuff, I don't know what the price will be yet. We'll test that, but I'll say put a 50 gold down payment on it right now. And then I'll figure out what the price will be, because it'll at least be the price that's on that tag.
Okay. And he'll offer his hand to shake to solidify the deal.
Yeah, he shakes your hand. He takes gives it to you and goes, just for tonight, so you can test it.
Yeah,
Okay.
Let's see what it does.
He does look visibly excited for that. But he's also going to have to write up a contract because his handshake's not enough, apparently.
Whatever makes him happy.
But that also does mean that you have some gold to be able to...
Yeah.
Buy
So,
anything else.
50 down payment now. Do I still get to keep the 200 gold that he gave me?
The extra 100 Caxus gave him.
God damn it.
Oh, yeah. Does Caxus buy anything?
Caxus is kind of just standing there.
Does he not even like go through the health potions since he knows we need them?
That's part of his regular supply.
Okay.
You don't want anything, Caxus?
I already bought things.
And
You see,
buy
he is
other
looking
things.
at like this thing of like odd bits and ends, like machine parts and component type stuff. But it's like, well, I don't need those. He already gave me what I need.
Do you
You
want
can
them,
buy
though?
things just because you want them.
No, I have to make sure that we conserve enough funds for your adventures.
No.
Theo, how much are these bobs and ends?
For Caxus,
Yes.
8 gold.
I will pay 8
I was
gold.
about to say, Egan just starts like it's his money anyway.
Yeah, if Zealous was reaching for his pouch, but if Egan beats him to it, I'll let him.
It's like, take them, Caxus. You can have things you just want.
Yeah.
Thank you, Egan. Thank you,
welcome.
fellas.
You want a puzzle or something, too?
No, I don't need a puzzle.
I don't care what you need.
Stop
do you
using
want
the word
do you
need. What
want
do you
a puzzle?
want?
I don't want a puzzle. I have puzzles.
But this is a new puzzle.
It is a new puzzle, but
All right.
he kind of looks around because he's like, okay, I need to get something I want, or these guys won't get off my
We're
back.
gonna bully him with kindness.
And Egan's already bought something, and Zealous has proven that he will buy
he gets
something.
himself a book, not even a knowledge, but like a fantasy romance novel.
Mm-hmm.
And
Egan's just like, I want to borrow that when you're done.
and a new chess set.
Nice.
And he kind of gives you a look, like a little, not to Zealous, but to Egan particularly because of their friendship that they've born, a little like sarcastic, like happy now.
Delighted. Thank you.
Was there anything on your list that you wanted that you didn't get?
I mean, yeah, but it's not that he's not getting it. He's just not getting it right now. But on top of it, he was also debating the studded leather armor or the cape of the highwayman.
How much is the Cape of the Highwayman?
35. And the leather armor's 25. But you don't have to buy Egan things.
Shut up. I have money.
So does Egan. He's just like, not right now. We have all week, basically.
Yeah.
I know you want that shield.
Oh, yeah, no, the shield is no doubt. But he also wanted to get one thing for each of them and then eventually find something for Caxus, but that's just going to have to wait for now. And he really shouldn't be spending all of his money, but...
Again, Theo will be here all week.
And Rokane probably has not really had to ration his money before.
Yeah, so it makes
No.
sense that he's not.
It's like, oh, I'll buy this, and I'll buy this, and I'll get this for this person, and I'll get this for this person. His thing is like, wait, I only have this.
Yeah, do you want me to help you look for your misplaced money?
I'm sure it's somewhere in my room.
Do you want me to help you
Yeah,
look?
do you want help?
We'll help you find it.
Okay, like... he doesn't see it as a big deal. Like it'll
It's
be
only
found
100
eventually.
gold.
Yeah, it's only 100 gold. Only $1.
Only 100 good.
That hurts even Egan.
Okay, so I think I'm gonna purchase the Raider's shield.
Mm-hmm.
He does like the idea of the Sentinel shield for the initiative and perception. He just thinks that he'll get more value out of the Raider's shield.
What does that one do?
The fear effect in a 30-foot cone for 1 minute. Though I will need to know the DC for that.
Yes, I will send the
Information.
So I know I'm going to get that. And then I think he's just going to go ahead and get himself the studded leather as well, just to boost his AC a little bit.
Mhm.
And then plus the 50 down payment.
Yeah.
So that's what, 125?
Yeah. Yes.
Yeah.
I don't know. Our bisexual math person, is that 125?
I don't know the numbers. I just was told the items. So give me the numbers and I can add it.
125 total.
Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry. It'd be 50, 50, 25, 125.
Yes.
Yes.
That is easy math for everybody at this table.
I wasn't asking that as a question. I knew it was 125. It then comes down to the question of 125 or 215 minus 125 because I can't do that math.
215 minus 125 is 90.
That's what I thought. I wasn't 100% sure. As I did the math wrong on my book.
Theo actually pauses and goes, "Oh, I have something for free for you, Caxus. I know it's your birthday in...
It's your birthday.
It's your
coming up.
birthday?
It's coming up
When?
in about a month, and I've already told you don't need to get me anything. Theo..." And he's going into the back.
Friends give each other things for their birthday, Caxus.
Yeah, I need to go find something for you now.
Really don't.
Yes, I do.
Theo comes out with a cookbook and gives it to
Aw.
Caxus.
Aw. I think Zealous is going to go hunting back around the stuff again.
I love how this session's notes just
Money.
Money!
Zealous wants to find
You
something.
guys have a week to...
That's
to-
true. That's true. So, yeah.
Zealous is just like, must come back to the boat to find a gift for Caxus.
Yes.
Does a quick loop around with Caxus in mind instead of Zealous in mind.
Yeah. And yeah, when Theo comes out with that, it's like, he didn't even tell us his birthday was coming up.
That doesn't surprise me. It took me a few years, and it was only because I came and I had to knock a few times, and when he came up, he said he was sorry that he had cooked himself a special meal, and I said, oh, what's the occasion? And he said, oh, it's my birthday, nothing important.
Ah.
Yeah. Caxus just gets another like slap on the back from Egan's like, yep, that sounds about right.
It's in about a month and a half. It just didn't occur to me.
It's all right. Now we know.
Should we start getting all of this back to the shore?
Yes, it will take us a few trips to get all of my stuff over.
Yes. I'd assist with...
Carrying it down inside, but
Yes.
no, it's fine.
Oh, yeah, we can handle that part.
And you all begin to get all of your stuff and start heading back to the island. Again, Caxus is so shaky on the boat.
No, yeah. It's like once we get Caxus back over, it's like, okay, you can go back in the hole now. You don't... You've been good about being out and about and on the
He
ship.
was
You can
anxious the whole time. He's like, we're gonna get attacked in the time I'm gone or something.
It's like you can go into the bunker again. We'll handle everything else. And then
Back
it's just
in the hole with you, Caxus.
then it's just Egan and Thiel going back and forth to get the last of his shit for his...
And there's definitely flirting happening
absolutely,
as they do.
absolutely.
Zealous would help with that.
They're still
Loading.
flirting.
They're still
happening.
flirting.
Yeah, that doesn't bother Zealous.
Especially because half the time Zealous is swimming back and forth and it's just helping load the boat and unload the boat in between.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like little comments like, so you're a blacksmith then?
I am,
I can
yes.
tell from your form.
Little bit of blacksmithing, little bit of finesmithing.
So talented hands.
Very, yes. and the very subtle, like, yes, I have a daughter, but her other parent is not in the picture comment.
Yeah. He probably like, daughter then?
Yes. She's
How does
about
your
to
wife
become-
feel about you adventuring?
Oh, I've never had a wife.
Girlfriend?
Not anymore.
Boyfriend? Husband?
Not anymore. No, not at the moment.
Interesting.
Subtle.
He has learned that Egan is fine with unsubtle.
Egan is fine with unsubtle.
But you get everything back, and I think with Theo flirting with Egan, that's where we'll end our session. Thank you, everyone. Do want to give a quick shout out some of the non-D&D items, such as the Vader shield, the luck potion is actually the elixir of luck, the dragon bow, various things was from BD&D trinkets and treasures, magic items, and random loot tables for your game. I bought them on Kickstarter, part of a big pack of it came with, and they had some fun little magic items in there I decided to throw in. Mm-hmm. So thank you to them. That is A space BEA space D&D production.
And the link will be in the episode description.
It will be in the episode description. So thank you so much. Anything else anyone wants to say?
No.
All right. Thank you so much for listening. We hope you had just as much fun listening as we had playing. And remember, play to your you. Bye.
Bye-bye.
Thank you for listening to this episode of Roll for Focus from Campaign 1, Ouroboros. If you enjoyed it, please rate and review us wherever you listen. Episodes are edited and transcribed by the Roll for Focus team. Character art is by Miajic, also known as Fiesta TV. She can be found at linktree/Miajic. That's MEDEKH. Intro and outro music is The Last Dragon by Alex Bess. If you want to do more to support us, for as little as $1 a month, you can join our Patreon. That's Patreon/RollForFocus podcast. Get exclusive looks at character sheets, ad-free and early access to episodes, monthly extra content ranging from character backstories, games in and out of character, one-shots, and anything else we think would be fun, shoutouts at the end of the episodes, and more.
Hey everyone, thank you all so much for all the support you give. We especially want to thank our patrons, like those who have found enlightenment and know that it's best to play to your you, like Luchik and MN House of Cats. Thank you guys so much. We couldn't do this without you.
I'm not sure if it's me or Egan that's like, why does this feel vaguely homophobic?
He honestly means literally fairies.
That's not what you and Zealous mean, but it's just like, this feels a little homophobic.
He's literally drawing from childhood fairy tale stories.
The food fairy.
Yeah, the shoemaker and the elves sort of thing.